Hello. Community Corner. Welcome to Community Corner. SBD on the mic. I'm back again. We had a brief break last week as I was actually in New York. So yeah, went to New York Comic Con and did some other bits and bobs in New York. But yeah, we're back again this week. And this week we have a very special guest. We have Shanna, who is a FGC photographer, very up and coming. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into this one shortly. But before I start, we have a dojo night coming up soon. So let me just drop that here. So we've got a dojo night coming up Saturday, 9th of November from 6 p.m. at Birmingham Belong. You can register for the Street Fighter 6 tournament at start.gg/dojo night. Yeah, the link should be available up and running in that. I'm going to post it up on Twitter later. There will be other games there as well, but the main focus in terms of tournaments will just be Street Fighter 6. It's more of a casual tournament. Yeah, just come along, get games, all the rest of that good stuff. So for now, pretty much I think that's all the announcements. Don't need to get to my stuff, but yeah, it's already a little bit late, so I'm just gonna get into this one. So I'm gonna bring Shanna on shortly, and we'll get into it. Hello, Shanna. How are you?
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Thanks for joining us today. Obviously, we've got a few small technical issues, but we will obviously resolve those. But yes, how are you doing today, first of all?
I'm doing well. Yeah, the setup was a little bit difficult, but for the rest, I mean, it's nice to finally meet you and to talk with you on this. So yeah, I'm excited. Thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I'd say we spoke briefly at Versus Fighting this year. Obviously, I know you've been to previous Versus Fighting as well, which we'll obviously get into. But yeah, I guess first of all, just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and kind of go from there, really.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Shanna. By my voice, you can hear that I've been sick, so I'm sorry. I'm 26 years old. I've been into photography for like ages, like forever. And yeah, I came into the FGC and now I'm doing photography for the FGC, which I love because I can combine both my hobby and my job together to make something happen. So I'm really happy to be able to do that.
Nice. So when did you when did you first get into photography in general? First of all, like what brought you to do photography in the first place?
Well, I started when I was really young, like for jokes and stuff. I used to really love like taking pictures of like the sky and all that. So my whole album was like full of sky pictures. And after that, I just started doing makeup first. I
Okay.
makeup schooling, and then after that, I saw people working in the studios taking photos, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that as well because I already liked taking photos. So I was like, maybe I can try it myself because sometimes I wasn't as pleased with the results of the pictures.
Oh, that the other people were taking.
Yes, which
Oh,
sounds bad, but I was like, maybe I could do it a little bit better.
yeah.
And I started doing that myself. So I went into like editorial photography, and I
Oh,
really
nice.
enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
So did you study like any did you do any kind of studies for photography and stuff first, or was
No,
it all just picked? No, it's all picked up from yourself, basically, just self taught.
yeah, yeah, it was self-taught, and of
Nice.
course in the studio I also saw like some bits and pieces about how people did it and the lighting setup and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, it doesn't look that difficult. And many people may say like, oh, it's only the click of a button and then you get your picture, but it's far more than that. And I came to realize that later on as well. But before that, I also watched a lot of YouTube clips and stuff about like ISO, shutter speed, and all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So pretty much just learn through like YouTube and learning about obviously more the technical aspects of photography and stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I was really interested in it like from way back. And I don't know if there were many videos about them like in the
Yeah.
beginning, but I remembered that there were few.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really liked watching those, and then I started like applying it myself.
Nice, nice. So how long were you doing like fashion? How long were you working in fashion before you decided to pick up like the photography and stuff then?
I think I started around, what age was I? I think I started doing makeup around 2018, something
Yeah.
like. And I had a YouTube channel as well before that,
Oh,
where
nice, nice.
yeah. So I don't know, there was like a makeup brand that's called NYX Cosmetics, and I did that and went into like a competition for that, and I
Oh,
got
wow.
to, like the semifinals. Uh,
Mhm.
so that was nice. And then from that moment on, I started doing my makeup classes, and from that moment on, I think around 2018, I started actually like working into fashion and makeup and stuff.
Yeah. Nice, 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 nice. So I think so when obviously you started in fashion and but you basically wanted to do photos that were better than the ones that other people were producing. So I guess when did you get your first like fashion photography gig? Was it more of a case of you just deciding to take photos, or did someone come to you and say we would like you to take photos, and then you did them within like obviously the fashion realm?
So no, at first you start with building up a portfolio. That's also what I did with my makeup.
Yeah,
So in order for others to see you and to actually hire you, you need to
yeah,
build up a portfolio.
yeah,
And so I started doing that with my makeup at first, build up like an entire portfolio doing things for free and stuff like
yeah.
that. Then afterwards, I started being hired.
Mm.
Um, but with photography, it was actually the same thing, just building up a portfolio. And then after that, I started being recognized.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So I think yeah, that's good. It's good to hear. So I think when did you get to the point where you was like, okay, this is getting more serious now. I'm enjoying it. Did you get to a point where you started to say, okay, well, I need to invest in like certain lenses, certain cameras? And when did you essentially start taking it like more seriously?
Um, well, it started being more serious after I really got hired for bigger brands and stuff like that. Um, yeah, and then my interest like shut up a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, and then when I started doing photography, I also sent some pictures to like websites for magazines and stuff, and they started recognizing me. And at some point, they asked me to do an interview.
Oh, nice. How
Yeah.
when was that?
When was that? That was, I think, maybe 2 years ago, something like
Oh,
that.
it's
Maybe.
recent. Okay.
Yeah. So I got interviewed for a magazine about my photography, and from that point on, I was like, "Oh, this is getting serious."
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
So did the magazine, they just reached out to you and saw like some of your photography basically and said, we'd obviously like to interview you.
yeah. So they saw my pictures and they were like, "Oh, that's actually, I think, kind of good."
Yeah.
So from that point on, they were like, "Okay, so we have your pictures. We can make an editorial out of that, and then at the same time, we can do an interview and just do that in the magazine alongside the pictures."
Nice.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. So I guess when did you enter the FGC, so to speak? Like what brought you to the FGC essentially, and what, like, why did you end up taking pictures for events and stuff? Like what brought you here essentially?
So um, my dad used to play Tenshu and stuff. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, I do not attention. Yeah,
Yeah, and he also, I think he also got Tekken
yeah,
way back. I think it was for the PlayStation 1. And
yeah.
I played that for a little bit just for fun. And then afterwards, it just stuck to me. And I also got like the Tekken game for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, yes, I remember. I had that one as well.
Yeah, it was really fun. I didn't know
Yeah,
what I was doing, right? So,
yeah.
and then I think it was 2020. Uh,
Mm,
I saw the anime again, and some people around me were into Tekken, and
yeah,
they kind of got me back into it. So I looked at the anime, I watched the anime,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, this was what Tekken was again." And so I picked that up, and then I saw the TWT finals being held in Amsterdam. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so I was like, "Oh, let me just check it out, and
Yeah,
maybe."
just go along.
Yeah, maybe I can go meet some people and stuff. And for some reason, some people from the FGC contacted me during that time too. And because of them, I also got welcomed like really quickly into the community.
Yeah.
And
So
yes,
had they seen some of your pictures, like previous pictures in the past, to obviously contact you when you went there, or?
I think they did because I did cosplaying like a
Oh,
lot.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Do you still do cosplay now, or not so much now?
Well, I think not as much, but I cosplayed at TWT finals as June.
Oh, okay. Nice. So
The
from
new
there,
Tekken 8, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So people saw me as June over there as well, and they started following me. And
Mm,
from that, I got more into the community and stuff.
nice.
It was a really nice experience, first experience.
So that was your actual, was that your actual first event going to like a FGC event, essentially TWT finals?
No, I think I got an event before that.
Yeah.
The first event was, I think, Don't Whiff. That's like a Dutch tournament.
Yeah.
That one was really fun, and I got welcomed into that really quickly as well because I
Nice.
didn't know anybody. So I just went there as like
Okay.
a girl.
Yeah. But they were very welcoming and obviously helped you integrate yourself into the scene, which is nice.
Yeah, it was really fun, and now they are my friends as well, which is really great. And yeah, I think that was my first one. Don't with.
Nice. So I guess when obviously you've gone to these events in TWT, what prompted you to start taking photos at these events now? And how did you find like doing your first events, as it were?
As a photographer.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
what prompted you to think there's like a opening here, like I can take photos at these events? Was it just more of a natural transition from obviously doing the fashion photography, and then you just said I'm gonna take my camera and do some photos here as well, pretty much?
yeah, it went really naturally because I already knew how to take pictures of people,
Yeah,
and I love taking pictures of people.
yeah,
And there are a lot of people at like a tournament, right? So
yeah.
okay, let me just take my camera with me once and then just see what happens and how it will look like. And yeah, it came out great, as I can say myself. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to boast, but like, yeah, I
yeah.
like doing it.
Yeah, no. Let's say obviously the recent photos that you did for Versus Fight were really great as well. I'll get the website up shortly, and we can go through like some of the like
All
your
right.
personal favorites and stuff as well. So I think obviously you've started taking photos at these events. Was it mainly initially at the start just I'm just gonna take my camera and I'll just take photos? Like, how did you get to a point where like events were specifically targeting you to obviously take photos at the events? Because there's a lot of photographers out there, and obviously I do a bit of photography myself as well. But how did you get to a point where instead of you just taking your camera and shooting, you were like officially on board like these tournaments? And what was the first tournament that I guess kind of officially welcomed you as their photographer?
Oh wow. Well, the Dutch FGC is very welcoming,
Mm,
and since I'm the only Dutch, like I want to say the only one, but there is one more person that also does it, but he's not really active right now.
yeah.
But there are no photographers in the Dutch FGC
Oh
basically.
wow.
Yeah, so I rolled in it really easily. So that was
Fair.
fun. And
Yeah.
the first actual one that, how do you say that? So there was don't no, I didn't do Don't Live at first. Iron King I did, and then some locals, and then afterwards the first big one. Which one was that? I don't know if it was Malta Cyber Series
Okay. Yeah, I
or
think I've seen those pictures. Yeah.
yeah, or another one. But I think that one stayed into my mind the
Yeah.
most.
So was that the first like international fighting game event that you went to that wasn't in the Netherlands? Was that the first one that you went to outside of your home country?
No, I think I went to Mix Up first.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't take pictures there.
Oh, okay. But you went there just to go there. That nice, nice. Shout out to, the mix up team and everyone that's a part of that tournament over there. Nice, nice, nice. So I think obviously you started taking photos, and I guess when you're doing more events and you're getting more confident and stuff with obviously your photography and things like that. How what at what point did you get to a point where you said I kind of want to do this more? Obviously you said you enjoyed photography and stuff anyway, but what made you think I want to continue down this path and continue improving my craft and getting better and making a name for myself in this space?
Well, to not make it sound corny, I think it's because of people.
Oh no, it's not corny at all. It's not corny at all. Like,
No,
yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's a bit corny, but it's because of the people, because they make me really excited to go for different jobs and stuff. And they say like,
Yeah.
"Oh, your pictures are so good," and like, there is one person which I need to shout out. His name is Nils. He also TOs, and he said recently, and that's one of the best compliments I ever got, is like, "You're the only photographer who makes me look good on pictures." And like,
That's definitely a compliment indeed.
yeah, that's so sweet. And I was like, I never heard anything like that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the compliments people give me and stuff, and yeah, it just helps a lot with encouraging me.
Yes, yes, no, and I say like there's really some nice shots that you've done over the past. So I guess what would be like your favorite event that you've gone to so far? Like of all the events that you've gone to and take, whether you've taken photos at them or not, what would you say has been like your favorite
My
event so far?
favorites. Oh, that's so difficult. Wow, my all-time favorite. I don't know which one is my favorite. Can I say my favorite is? Okay, I have two maybe.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But it's also because of like the vacation I got after and before. So
Okay, okay, yeah, there. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
yeah, I think so. As I said before, Malta. I think
Yeah,
Malta Cyber Series was really nice. I saw my friends again. The area is really nice. The country is really nice. The
yeah,
food is really awesome. And I think my second one has to be a tie between OTB and Versus Fighting.
nice, nice, nice. Which versus this year's versus fighting
Um,
or last year's one?
I think my first one was the most special because
Yeah,
it was my actual first one, and it was like the experience was like amazing. It was something I've never experienced before like that. So
oh
yeah, it
nice.
was really fun.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, thank you. Like we obviously we always try and put on great events for everyone, and I'm glad that you enjoyed your time there.
That's
Uh,
definitely working.
yeah. So I guess with obviously the photography and stuff that you do you it what I don't know if because I'm not personal when it comes to sharing, like, I use this lens or I use this camera. Like, do you mind like sharing what camera do you use or?
Well, I saw your setup. I
Yeah.
don't know, like you shot on mirrorless, right?
Yeah, yeah, this is mirrorless Sony ZV-10, which I actually bought. Is maybe a month before the event, like because the camera that I had before was a Nikon D3 300, which was pretty old now. It was like one of the first cameras that I bought.
Yeah, that's
Just
what you
to,
do. Yeah.
yeah, it was one of the first cameras that I bought because at the time I was just more of a hobby photographer, really, which I guess I still kind of am. Like, I guess I don't invest as much time as I would like to into like kind of doing more photography and stuff. So yeah, it was Sony's V10. I had a Sigma 18 to 30, 18 to 55 mil, and then I had a zoom lens as well. So
Yeah, that's heavy to have like
yeah,
lenses or more.
yeah. But I use it outside of work. Outside, I say outside of work, outside of versus fighting for like my personal work, obviously. And then obviously other bits and pieces as well. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it was your pictures are also like really awesome.
No, I appreciate it. I try. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of winging it when it comes to the photography. Like I know little bits here and there, but I think I'm just trying to do what I can. Like with everything else that I kind of do, it's hard to kind of focus on one thing. But photography is definitely something that always has like my interest and always try and put out as much as I can. But like I think the that's a good question actually. Whenever say for example there's other people that do, because there's so many people that do like photography in FGC, and shout out to everyone that did photography at versus fighting. Are you ever inspired by anyone else's like pictures and shots? Is there anyone that inspires you to do what you do?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think like we have a couple of big ones, which are Vaccini, Rob,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and I think like one of the underdogs also is somebody else that shot at VSF, which is Jacob.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Jacob, shout out to Jacob. Yes, yeah. I think I met him last year's event for
Yeah,
the
me
first
too.
time. Yeah, and we got talking a little bit there, and yeah, he does some really great work as well. Like,
Yeah, his work is also really great. And also there was one other person which I always forget his name. But he stood at like the cameras for filming the games and stuff. Um, he also does photography and he does it really well as well.
I think you might be. It's either gonna be Zero Drift Clement
Zero Drift,
or
I forget
yeah,
to
yeah, it's probably yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to this guy.
really great as well.
Yeah, I say there's so many. So those are kind of the main like inspirations. That's nice. That's nice because I say like I think when I saw like the photos that obviously you do for versus one, I've got it up on the screen now, so I can kind of go through some of them and just scroll through. But yeah, they're really, and I like some of the effects that you've added on some of the photos and stuff as well. Like some really good stuff going on there. So I guess is there anything when you're doing like event photography and stuff, is there anything like specific that you're looking for? Is there like specific moments? Is there specific emotions that you're trying to convey with the photos, or is it mainly just you kind of play it by ear and the opportunity that arise when obviously certain things happen throughout the event?
I look at people being people. So
Nice. I love that. I love that quote. I love that quote.
yeah, I just love when people are acting like themselves and just doing their stuff, being enthusiastic about what's happening at the event. Um, Emotions, big emotions like crying, screaming, being happy,
Mm,
friends, being friends with each other and stuff. Like raw emotions, I like to capture those. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, I think that's the most important thing for me to just watch people being themselves and yeah, just capturing all of them in the
Nice.
future.
Yeah, this sounds a nice one here. So yeah. No, but I'd say like you've done some really And I remember during the event at the time, I think I remember you put a screenshot on Twitter and you must have talked about, was it over 10,000 photos over the weekend?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I had 10,000
Um,
pictures on. Yeah, to
Unbelievable. I don't know how you managed to do it because I remember there's times where like during obviously the event and especially on the Sunday we were kind of both on the stage and stuff, and I remember I was like shooting away and stuff, and I think I came away with maybe it's probably just over 1,000 photos, and that
yeah,
was me going up and down toward the because I obviously doing like wider coverage of the event, so I was doing all the smaller tournaments with the award ceremonies and little things like that, and I think I only came out with about maybe 1,500. So to see, I don't know how you managed to take so many photos.
um, that's standard procedure for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like the smaller events, I take like maybe 4 to 6,000 pictures, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and at this one was a lot bigger. So yeah,
So, how,
10,000.
so when you take that many photos, what are the deciding factors when it gets to a point where you say, okay, now I need to start editing? How am I going to chop these photos down? What are you looking for? Is it just ones that are maybe don't look good, or is it duplicates? Or how do you get to the process where okay, I'm gonna this one goes away, I'm gonna keep this one? And how long does it take? I'm actually curious. How long does it take? Like on an average?
On an average. I think it takes like 2 days, I think.
Okay, just 2 solid days, just
Yeah, 2 solid days. Yeah, I think so.
wow.
Yeah, 2 solid days of
Yeah,
like hard work, sometimes a break here and there.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I find when I'm doing like editing, because again, I only really, to be honest, in terms of like FGC events and stuff, I only really do like photography for versus fighting, but I would kind of like to branch out more. But I find I pretty much I try not to break when I've started, so I'll upload everything, open up Lightroom, and then I'll just try and go through as soon as possible, and then just so I think this year I kind of the event finished on Sunday
Mhm.
and I think I maybe got them out. It might have been the Wednesday, I think, like the Wednesday after the event, because obviously they're pretty like time sensitive, and there's certain ones that we kind of want to get out like as soon as possible. So I kind of just have to put the photography hat on
Yeah,
and
you were
just
yeah,
chop away. But yeah, as I say, all the other stuff with the design related bits and bobs that I do as well. But
yeah.
I actually enjoy the process of obviously editing photos and bringing things down. This sounds really cool. So do you have any? Are there any like specific things that you do in your process in regards to? I guess in general, first of all, just taking the photos, but I guess more in terms of like the editing side of things as well. Is there any kind of things that you say, okay, these are the standard steps that I take, and then I kind of go from there, or is it like a case by case basis where like certain events will require certain kind of edits for like your photos and things?
Yeah, I think I look at it from event to event. I have my standard setup,
Yeah.
uh, but for editing, I take it event by event
Mm.
and I just adjust because the lighting, you may have noticed, like, for example, at Street Fighter,
Mm.
on stage, the lighting for the players was like really good. Like
Yeah.
the ring lights were on and stuff.
Yeah. I definitely noticed that when it came to shoot right at that. There
Yeah,
was some good lighting which led to some great shots, to be fair.
yeah. So you can see if you scroll a little bit more down to like the stage. Oh, I love that picture as well. By the way,
That would do one.
yeah, the one where he's in cosplay, but on
Yeah,
stage, yeah, that one. I love
that
that
was
one.
really cool.
It was really sweet as well.
I didn't even see this one. Shout out Justin. I didn't even see this one. This one is very funny.
They do. I didn't even see that. That was Justin. I just saw him on the stairs. I was like, oh, do that again. So yeah, that was really funny. But yeah, hi Justin. It was a great photo.
Yeah,
But if you go to the stage pictures, yeah, C4, and yeah, they're really nice. They're also
yeah,
very much mono material for that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Like I enjoyed doing like the photography on the stage the most, to be honest, because as you say, just the lighting and the contrast and everything was
Yeah.
really good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. So if you can see over here, the ring lights were on. Also for the commentators, the ring lights were on and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, so the lighting was really good.
yeah,
He loved this picture, by the way. I was
yeah,
really
yeah. The framing on that one's really nice.
yeah, the framing, yeah. But yeah, so the lighting was really good, and I really enjoyed that because that makes our job also a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, at Tekken it was off for some reason, and I think I don't know if I spoke to you about it or to Jacob, but we were like, "Why are they off? We cannot see their faces so much as during the Street Fighter ones." So
yeah,
yeah, it was a little bit like a switch in like editing um,
yeah,
for the Tekken ones and for the Street Fighter ones.
yeah.
Um, so yeah,
That's
but it's still enjoyable
Yeah,
nonetheless.
it's really nice stuff going on here, and I think there's a Tekken one where there was like a swirly effect on there. I think I
Yeah,
can't.
that
Yeah,
if
like little things like that that you've added onto the photo is really really nice and really nice.
yeah, I actually didn't add it on the photo.
Did you
So
know?
no, I actually did it during the game itself. Like it's an effect through like a filter that I put on my lens.
Oh, nice. See,
Yeah,
that's things I don't know. See, I told you.
so
I'm
that's
just
what.
that's amazing.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna
see the star effects on the pictures that I posted here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's also a filter.
Oh, nice. That's so sick. So, do you have many filters that you use then, or again, does it just depend on like obviously the lighting and the job and stuff? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
try.
depends on the lighting for sure. If you have those big headlights and stuff and lighting for the stages, it works really well. Um, but if you go to like
Yeah,
how do you say that, the main area where all the games were held and stuff,
yeah.
before the top eight, um, it wouldn't work that well.
Oh, okay.
And so
So
if
it's
you scroll
dependent.
all the way down, you can see the one that's swirling and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's all I can know.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of pictures. I'm
There's
so
so how many photos did you end up with at the end of the event? Obviously, you took like over 10,000, which to me sounds absolutely crazy because I don't think I've taken that many at all of the versus fighting photos that I've done combined. So that's crazy. So the work ethic is is crazy. But I'm
yeah.
gonna try and find that one.
I think my what I come down to every time I edit pictures, it's always a tenth of the total of
Yeah. Oh
that I
wow.
took. So now I got like 1,000.
It's good. I think I ended up I think I took about 1,500, maybe 1,600, and I ended up with about 900 in the quote unquote official like album, as it were. So yeah, there's still quite a bit. There's still quite a bit. But as I say, there's a lot that oh yeah, these filters, it's mad. And
Yeah,
like no, it's really good. It's really good. And I think like stuff like this, I don't think I've seen anyone else like do these kind of things in their photos. I could be wrong, but in terms of like FGC photographers and things like that, I just remember when you posted it and it was like, okay, the photos are ready, and this one kind of stood out like shit. It was like that's
yeah.
really cool, man.
Waiting for the winner to be revealed.
Yeah,
So after game's ready. So I switched my filter really fast because it was like, okay, the winning moment is coming, but I
yeah,
also wanted to take some regular pictures before.
yeah,
So because this isn't a post edit, I needed to switch the lens and then go back to the
yeah.
exact moment that it happened. And so yeah, that's how I got these pictures.
Nice, nice. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. And speaking of like things like moments and stuff like that, where like obviously you're trying to capture, like when the winners win, and how do you I guess there's a lot of like I guess for me there's more. It's a bit of like you kind of have to predict, okay, the moment's coming now, and trying to kind of set yourself in the right position and things. How do you find that like when it gets to like those kind of moments?
Well, I also saw you bending over and going in like stuff. So I was the only one, and I'm definitely not the only one doing this. But like to get that perfect shot, you need to
Yeah,
lay on the stairs or like loop yourself into a eight position to like you know, get the
definitely.
effect. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. Um,
Yes, yes, yes. You definitely have to be like flexible and adaptable when you're doing this photography stuff because you
yes.
never know when you're gonna have to use it basically.
Definitely. And also, you need to keep in account that there are also other staff members on the stage. So,
Yes.
and also other photographers. So,
Yeah.
you need to keep in account, like, okay, you want to take this shot, I'll let you do it. I
Yeah.
need to go around you, or I'll just take a pause for a minute to have you,
Yeah.
take your moment and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just like a common courtesy that you have that okay, if you're there, I'm not gonna jump in front of your shot, for example. And because
Yeah,
again, I don't ever feel like it's a competition. Like everyone's there to kind of capture moments and stuff, and
exactly.
just do what you can really to do that kind of stuff, really. But yeah, just go through some more. So I guess what would be like we've already asked about your event, but do you have any specific photos that are like, yeah, that one is my favorite one that I've ever taken, or
Um,
favorite like group of shots that you've ever done, basically?
I know exactly which one I can name.
Oh wow,
I think Tendo also told me that it's his favorite picture. Oh, that's Tendo, and that's
that's
my say. Um,
nice.
so yeah, he's also a commentator. So I like to take pictures of him as well. Because he's also very outgoing in his style and stuff. I like people being, out there as well. I like to capture everybody, but I
Yeah.
think the main picture that I like the most. Oh, that was a really funny one. I think the best picture I ever took was I think the knee picture at Malta Cyber Series.
Nice. Let's see if I can let me see if I can get that one up.
Nintendo also told me like, "Oh, that's my favorite picture you ever took." And I was like,
Oh
"Oh, really?"
nice,
So if you go
nice.
to second and then
Maybe on the Tekken.
to
Uh,
Malta Cyber Series, yeah, the right one.
yeah, and that's the thing. You've done quite a lot of events as well now, which
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
considering like when you started and obviously the progress that you've made as well
I think
is
so.
really amazing.
Yeah, I really like doing this, so that's
Yeah,
why I get things like this done. I hope. I mean,
yeah,
I like to do more, but there are so many photographers and many opportunities for others. And I live in the Netherlands, so
mm,
if there's like a how do you say that? Somewhere in America, like something happening, uh,
yeah,
like Combo Breaker, then I
yeah,
won't be able to be there as easily.
yeah.
But I hope to go there like someday.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And I think, yeah, just keeping up doing the work, and obviously you have like a very like big portfolio. The website is nice, so I guess everyone can see the work really. So, was it which picture of me was it that you said was your favorite? Is the first this one here?
Yeah, yeah, it's that one was all the way down, like all the way.
Oh, okay. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down and
Yeah,
see.
it's a. I think that's one of my favorite pictures. Oh, it's not even there anymore. It's gone. Anyway, it's that picture that
It's that one. I'll scroll back up. I'll scroll back up. But yeah,
you.
nice. Yeah, that is a really cool picture. That is a really. So I think. Okay, so what? Why is it your favorite one? Is it because me likes it, or like what is it that you like about this photo specifically?
I haven't talked to Nia about it though. Like I don't know what he thinks of the picture,
Yeah,
um, but I think it was a great moment, and the
yeah,
confetti really,
yeah,
popped and stuff, and yeah, I really liked the lighting. The stage was well put up and stuff. So I think because of all that and the experience was really nice that I really like this picture.
yeah. It's a really nice photo. There's
Yeah.
some from some of these. So as you say, there's quite a lot of like photographers that are doing their thing within the FGC and stuff. How have you found working with other photographers at events, or do you speak to many at events, or is it more of a case of you just kind of focus on your job, what you've got to do? And because I guess sometimes it's hard, like you may not see the other photographers, they may be in other areas, or how have you found working with other photographers at events? Is there an element of collaboration there, or is it more just the case you would do your photos and then they would do their photos and then how it goes from there? How have you found it like within your experience?
I think we have some kind of communication going on, just like we did on stage. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, we had our moments where we're like, oh, okay, you take the stairs, I will go the other way and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was, I mean, you were too, but before, what I can say about myself is that I always show some kind of interest in how the other photographers started,
Yeah,
what got
yeah,
interested in this, and how they are doing during the event and stuff. So
yeah,
I always go up to them and ask like, "Hey, how
yeah,
are you doing?" And you know, just also looking at their photos because I'm really
yeah,
curious about how they do it as well.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so
Likewise, likewise.
yeah, so keeping some kind of communication because we also had that, like we said before. Um,
Mm.
we just talked about how you got started with your first camera.
Yeah,
Uh, so that was
yeah.
really fun to hear, and I like to hear backstories of how people get started into
Yeah,
into.
like that's the I guess that's the main reason why I kind of started doing community corner podcasts and getting people like yourself on the shows is to kind of hear more about your journey and your story and things like that as well, which is obviously good because as I say we spoke briefly on the stage in regards to a couple of things and stuff, but when you're up and down the event and doing lots of things, it's hard to kind of you don't really have. Well, I know for me at least, it's probably different because again, obviously, I do like the socials, I'm doing all the design work and blah blah blah. Like I don't need to go on with all the stuff that I do, but it's hard for me to kind of sit down and kind of have these conversations. So I was appreciating it when we were on stage and obviously we were having a little talk and stuff. But yeah, as you say, I've spoken to this last year the first time when I spoke to Jacob and we had quite a bit of a talk about that. And again, just obviously just I guess because as you say, we're all doing the same thing essentially. So there's generally like a natural common interest in how other people do these kind of things as well. Like we're still essentially doing the same job, but it's more about oh well, what do you do that's different? Is there anything I can learn and just how you approach it really? So it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
I think you deserve your spotlight as well. I hope that will happen someday.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Have
No,
you been
Pardon?
Have you been interviewed yourself?
Oh, I've not been interviewed personally, but I think it was maybe the second episode. I actually didn't have a guest, so I was going through some of the design work for Versus Fighting. So I went through some of the obviously the poster work, some of the merchandise designs, and then some of the older poster work that I've done and stuff. But in terms of me being interviewed, that's not happened yet. Maybe probably happen maybe in the next couple of episodes and stuff because I think I've got a few stories to tell myself. But
That would be so cool. Yeah.
no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
I guess obviously we're more on a bit of a I guess like the tournament seasons are starting to come to an end now. I guess will we see you at any other events at the end of before the end of the year?
No, I wish. I wish, but I'm very busy with something right now, which is like a personal thing.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm gonna move soon. So, yeah, I think I'm really busy with that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go to other events next year. I'm
yeah.
planning to go to like um Evo
Nice.
France.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be planning to go there. To be fair, I think I'll probably end up there as well. To be honest, and yeah,
Yeah, that would be great. I think a lot
yeah.
of people will go there, especially from like the European scene.
Yes, yes, of course, of course.
So yeah, I think that's on my bucket list, and then the mix up for sure, and
Yeah,
OTB we will go to.
nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
and so
Don't
for the
even.
rest, we need to still see how that will go because we don't have a schedule yet, and we don't
Mm.
have dates yet. So yeah,
Yeah, I think just waiting on when, like, I think obviously once this year is kind of out the way and we kind of get more of a schedule of when all of the tournaments are happening next year and stuff, it'd be easier to kind of plan out where to go. I'd like that's the thing I would like to because again, I only really do photography for versus fighting, but like, and that's it's not even really by choice because I just do so much like outside of the FGC as well, which my time is yeah, like obviously I have like my I do like children's books as well, so I write and illustrate children's books.
yeah,
I work full time, all the rest of it. So there's a lot of my time dedicated to like other things outside of the FGC. So yeah, but I would definitely like to get out to like an international event next year and do some like shots and stuff, and I guess just try and learn more about because again, it's still like in progress for me and stuff. So I guess to kind of wrap things up, would you have any do you have any advice for those that like want to get into not even I guess not necessarily fighting game photography, but just photography in general in terms of let's say any advice in regards to kind of to kind of learn what to do and things like that? Really
I would advise to just go for it.
nice. I
you
like
want,
that.
if you want to do something and you're really passionate about it, just get your camera, even if it's like an iPhone, because iPhones are really good as well, or like Androids. Like, um, yeah, just pick up any camera and just try.
Yeah.
Just go for it and have fun. I think
Mm.
that's the most important part. Just go pick up a camera and do.
Yeah, I think you're right because I think that's one thing I always kind of say in regards to not just like the creative stuff that I do, but just in general, just go for it. Really, like
Mhm.
I feel like you're the only person that can stop you achieving what you want to achieve. Really, so like yeah, like I think for me with like I say with like my children's books and stuff, I kind of just said I'm just gonna do it, and then I started doing illustrations, and then I ended up with I've got 6 books now, so it's like it's just go and do it. So I think that's really nice advice, to be honest. That's really nice advice, and I guess just
Thank
have fun with it. Just have fun with it as well, as you say, because I think when I know at least in my experience when I'm doing like the photography for versifying and stuff like, because again I enjoy watching the games, I enjoy being in the environment, so I do kind of enjoy trying to make the most of the opportunities that I have. So I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, you need to have fun with it, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if you have a job that you don't have fun doing, like, I don't know, it's harder to keep up. And if you like watching other people's photography but you don't like doing it yourself, then it's also not like a problem. If you think you want to pick it up, do it once, and then afterwards you don't like it at all, then you at least tried it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
Nice,
my
nice. So
idol.
I guess yeah, final few because I guess obviously the website is very nice. How long did it take you to sort out like the website side of things as well? Because I guess that's something again that people would like need advice on, like not like specifics, but just more, you need to have a visible place where people can see your photography essentially. So
I think that's really important because I just like I've learned that you need to have like a good portfolio to
yeah,
showcase your work.
yeah.
Um, but overall, I think I see people use Flickr and stuff like that. I don't know.
Mm,
That's also a good way to showcase your stuff, but I just want to put in the extra
yeah.
mile, just make it something visually.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
I agree. There, I agree. I agree because I think there was a time where I was using like not like it's like Squarespace and stuff, and I was like, I want more control on my personal website for my design work and things. So I kind of built it from scratch essentially, and if I think it's important because it kind of, I guess for people looking at like your portfolio, it makes it more official that you have like an actual website. I feel, in my personal opinion, at least, anyway.
it
It just
helps.
makes it, yeah, it just makes it a bit more
Yeah.
official and stuff.
Yeah, what I had with my makeup is that I also showcased it a lot on social media, like
Yeah,
Instagram stuff.
yeah,
That helped me a lot because people actually go to Instagram and search for people that do makeup and photography, and
yeah,
they find you through socials.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
having socials just works as well, and it's also kind of a good way to showcase yourself. So
yeah.
sometimes it's not really necessary to have a website, but
Mm.
it can make you look that bit more professional, I think.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I think like obviously social media in this day and age is so important in regards to, I guess, if you're looking for work and if you want to showcase your work and stuff, because literally everyone's on social media, everyone has phones and stuff now, so it's important to kind of get your presence across there. And I think they both work in tandem because, like, again, from my experiences, I'm probably not as active on socials in regards to like some of the stuff that I do, but at the same time, because my website is there, if anyone wants to see me, I can just direct them straight to the website, and everything about me is on there in terms of my design work, which is funny enough because I don't actually really promote myself as a photographer that much because, again, because I do so much, it's more just an all-round designer and stuff. But it's probably something I will start doing more of because when I build up my portfolio essentially. So, but
I mean, yeah, it would definitely help. And I think, I don't know, like sometimes I hear people tell me things like, oh, you should post more individual pictures on Twitter, for example. Um, so it's like, yeah, maybe that helps as well. And I think if you do that yourself,
Mm,
because your pictures are also great, that
yeah.
will help you, get more views and stuff, and
No,
more of a platform, I think.
I remember seeing
That's what
this
you're
post.
after, by the way. But oh, Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that picture too.
yeah. That's a very like, I guess, like fashion, like model type shot that you've got there, which is really cool.
Yeah, I actually took him aside. I was like, Ryan, you're gonna stand right there. You're gonna, and I think we did like a mini photo shoot of like 2 minutes, and
Yeah.
then we took this picture, and I was like, okay, you're done. Bye.
Oh, nice, nice. So, and I guess you can kind of touch on that briefly. Obviously, there's shots like, the more candid shots that we've got on the screen here, and then there's the more like focused stage ones. Which ones do you prefer, and how do you, in regards to telling people, okay, can I get you over here? How confident are you in doing those kinds of things, and how did you kind of get the confidence to kind of say, okay, Ryan, can you come over here? I need you to do X, Y, Z, which obviously helps the photos in the end.
To answer your first question, I think I like the more candid shots the
Yeah.
most, because raw emotion is hard to post.
Yeah, you can't really manufacture like raw emotion, can you? Like it just happens. So
Yeah, it just happens. So I like those the best because then it's like, okay, I saw that moment, I saw you in that moment, and I wanted to capture that. So that's what I like the most. Um, and I think, is it hard for me to get people to post for me and stuff? That was your other question, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, is it hard to kind of approach people and say, okay, hi, I want to take this shot? Can
No,
you?
no, not at all, because I know a lot of people in the scene. So a
Yeah,
lot of these people are either my friends or acquaintances and stuff.
yeah,
So they already know me. I know them.
yeah,
So it's really easy to say, hey, some player, put in anyone,
yeah,
come here for a moment. I want to take a picture.
yeah.
Or like, for example, Tetsu.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so Tetsu always, like, he promotes my stuff so much, and I really appreciate that of him. So when I have my camera in hand, he already poses for me. he,
He already knows. He already knows the post.
so yeah, we're good friends, and yeah, I think that when he sees me, he's always like, "Okay, I'm ready. Take my shot."
I
So
love that. I love that.
it's not hard at all, and you have many more of those people in the community, and the connection that we have just really, really helps in that
Nice,
sense.
nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I guess we can kind of wrap it up for now then. I guess I think we probably, is there anything that you want to shout out? Is there any people that you want to shout out, any socials, or just anything that yourself really before we kind of end this one?
I think just the regular. I think my socials are what it says on the screen, my name, which is Shannadesu. Uh, yeah, that's mostly what you need to know.
Yeah.
As a photographer, I like to take pictures. So if you see me come by, then just do your thing or say hi. Uh, yeah, I also would like to, shout out the people that support me.
Mm.
Like I said, Tetsu and stuff. A lot of the Germans and the Dutch players and stuff, and my fiance, the Criterion. Yeah,
Shout out. He's obviously in the stream chat as well. Shout outs to him.
oh, yeah,
It's actually funny. I remember just off this briefly off topic. I remember there was the group photo that we did at the end of last year's versus fighting,
yes.
and you guys stood out. Like there was I don't know how it happened, but there was a glow around you two for some reason in the photo that just, yeah, I remember it was.
So amazing. Yeah, it just looked like we were like glowing out of the picture, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Well, how did that happen?" Maybe it was because we were wearing white.
white. It might have been the white, and I may have messed up with. I don't know, but you guys are glowing. Put it that way. So I.
I love that picture, and it was, yeah, that picture solidified for me that Versus Fighting is such an amazing tournament because you always like make it seem as like we're all family.
Yeah,
uh,
I
and
appreciate.
that's such a great, feeling experience, and you can really feel it when you're there. So yeah,
No,
first wedding is great, and I would like to thank you most of all because yeah, it's such a nice interview, and you're really talented yourself as well. So I
I
think you
appreciate
should
that so
shout
much.
yourself out sometime, like you. So yeah.
No, I'm just behind the scenes. Like there's a running joke between like the team. I'm just the design guy. Like that is my name. I'm just the design guy, and
Nah,
anything else that comes after that is just what it is, really. So
you're so much more than that, and I think you're a really nice guy. And yeah, everybody should just, if they see you, just post for him or just great pictures of you as well.
no, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yes, Shanna, thank you so much for your time this evening. I say you can catch Shanna on socials at Shannadesu. I say I'm not sure where she will be event wise, but obviously next year they'll be a bit more clear. But as I say, if you see Shanna at an event, get ready to post for her. Again, no, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Before I go, just going to share that again. We have a Dojo Night event coming up. And the 9th of November at Saturday at Belang Birmingham Arena. Start.gg/Dojo Night to register for that. Yeah, you can register now. And also, again, just gonna, where are we? Just gonna share. It's not working. There we go. Just going to share. These are my children's coloring books. You can find them all at littlemilobooks.com. So I got coloring books and stuff, storybooks. If you go to the shop, these are all the books, and I've also got plush toys on pre-order as well. So if you head up to littlemilobooks.com, you can find all the details about me and my books and stuff.
Those look amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Here I am, right here. This, yeah, littlemilobooks.com. But other than that, I think we're about done for today's episode of the Community Corner. Shanna, once again, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And I guess I will see you at another event soon, hopefully in the new year. And we'll definitely see you again at Versus Fight. And I guess obviously we can do more collaborations and talking about photography. And hopefully I've learned a bit more from you now, so I can kind of take that on board and go from there. But I appreciate time. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone that tuned in today. As I say, we'll be back next week. I'll announce the guest probably tomorrow, but we've already got, I guess, locked in another special guest. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in today. Again, any last words, Shanna, before we sign off?
Thank you, and I hope to see you soon again. And thank you, like you're an amazing person. Once again, it was really nice to meet you there, and I hope to see you soon again.
No, that's great. Thanks so much, and likewise as well. Likewise, it's good to kind of talk to you as well during the event, and yeah, we'll see you soon again. But thank you guys. Thanks for now. I'll be off for now. Thanks again, Shanna. Thanks for everyone tuning in, and we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Twitch.tv/electronic dozo. See you later, guys.
Tune in.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There we go.